I have created a Basque Super League in FootballManager featuring 20 clubs from the region. Simulating 50 seasons into the future, can any club overthrow the two Basque giants and be crowned the best of the Basque country? Hey, how's it going, and welcome to another Super League video where this time round I have created a Basque Super League featuring 20 clubs in total. And very similar to my Catalonian Super League, I have taken over the Irish league system here today because we've got 10 teams in the Super League and then 10 teams in the Basque First League as well. Talking of the Catalonian Super League, that video has now got 5.6k views at the time of recording. So I want to say a big thank you to any of you guys who have watched that video, and also less than 10 likes away from becoming my most successful video ever in terms of likes. So if you haven't liked the video as well, please go back and like the video. And also, if you haven't seen the video, then go check it out as well. Thanks a lot for your support, and I hope this one is just as successful. So I've created a Basque Super League here today and a Basque First League. As I said, very similar to the Catalonian Super League. You can't create a Catalonian Super League and not create a Basque Super League, can you? Let's be honest. And also, it was a nice comment from one of my videos suggesting the Basque Super League, and I think it's got 15 likes. So here I am today, creating the Basque Super League. When you think of the Basque Country, there's two teams that automatically spring to mind, and they are, of course, Athletic Bilbao and Real Sociedad as well. So I'm fully expecting one of these two teams to be on top by the end of the video. In this video, similar to my other Super League videos, going forward 50 seasons into the future, and we're going to stop at 5 season intervals to see how the teams are getting on. Other teams though here in the Basque Country, well, first of all, from the research I've done myself, 17 of these 20 teams are official Basque Country clubs. The other 3 are up for debate, but they are included in the Greater Basque region. Those teams are, of course, Osasuna, who are very Basque affiliated in my opinion. If you look at some of their players, well, most of their players, especially in the under-19 squad, although there's not many players here, most of them pop up as other nationalities Basque. So that is good enough for me to include them in this video. Also, their fierce rivals are, well, the local rivals are Athletic Bilbao, and also Real Sociedad should be there as well. So they are a Basque heavy oriented team. Osasuna, although officially apparently Pamplona, the city, is not in the Basque Country, but maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. I'm sure you let me know down in the comment section below, but I've included them in this video here today. And also 2 French clubs as well, because the Basque Country does go over to the French region as well, and they are Pau FC, who are the biggest club from France, and the other one are Aveyron Bayonnais, who are currently sitting in the Basque First League. The other 17 teams, though, I don't think it's up for debate that they are official Basque clubs. So in the First League, well, the Super League, shall I say, some very familiar names here, of course, Athletic Bilbao and Real Sociedad. We've also got Osasuna, of course, Eibar as well, Alves as well, Real Union, and some not so familiar names such as Baracaldo, Sestao, I think they're pronounced there, and also Amarabita. That's a bit of a tongue twister for me, that one. Amarabita, definitely butchered the name there, that is for sure. Into the Basque First League, of course, the teams are not so familiar. We've got Arenas Club Getxo, who I'm pretty sure I read about them, that they were one of the founding members of La Liga, Arenas Club Getxo. So nice to see them included in the video here today. We've also got Balmaceda, Bisane, Cidarango, Guernica, Lagan Unac, Leal, Ollanesa, and Portugalite. Yeah, some teams I can't pronounce the names very well, but they are Basque clubs, and they are currently sitting in the First League. And for all we know, one of these teams may turn out to be the biggest club in the video. Unlikely, but definitely possible. Also, I've created the Basque Cup as well, which has, of course, taken over the Irish Cup as well, and also the Basque Super Cup as well. So we've got 4 competitions to look forward to here today. The Super League, the First League, the Basque Cup, and the Basque Super Cup. Of course, I'll be keeping an eye on the European competitions as well to see how the teams will get on in Europe. In terms of the Basque Super League, well, the league actually starts off as the 75th biggest league in Europe, even below the Sky Bet League 2, which is the 4th tier in England. So definitely got some growth to do here. I know the Catalonian Super League climbed to be either the 11th or the 10th biggest league in Europe, so that was quite a nice climb. Hopefully the Basque Super League here can have a similar climb. I'm interested to see who will be the biggest club of the video though. Will it be Real Sociedad or Athletic Bilbao, or will it be someone else entirely? Could it be Osasuna? Could it be Sestao? Could it be Arenas Club Getsko, for example? I guess we'll find out in due course. And if we look at the rep rating of the Basque clubs here, of course, the two at the top definitely stand out. Real Sociedad are officially the biggest club from the Basque country as it stands, but joining them on 4 stars with continental reputation are Athletic Bilbao, followed closely though by 3.5 star teams, so we cannot rule these teams out either. Osasuna, Alves and Eibar. Then our next biggest club is quite a big drop to Pau FC, who are 2.5 stars, and the rest of the teams are either a 2-star team or a 1.5 star team, so unlikely to see anything memorable from any of these teams. We should be looking at the top 5 here, and hopefully it'll be a tight encounter. So without further ado, let's go forward now. 5 seasons into the future, which club will dominate the things early on here? Well, 5 seasons played, and one big change in terms of the reputation. Real Sociedad is still on top with 4-star continental reputation, but Athletic Bilbao have dropped to be only the 5th biggest club in the Basque country with a 3-star reputation, which is a big surprise. And also the other 3 teams in the top 5 have had their reputation drop as well. So only Real Sociedad maintaining the reputation at the start here, and it's caused a big gap between them and the chasing pack. So Real Sociedad seem to be dominated with that 4-star reputation. Pau FC maintain a 2.5-star reputation as well, and other than that, not too much changes. But the biggest talking about point so far is Athletic Bilbao dropping from a 4-star rep rating to just a 3-star. And well, Real Sociedad are dominating the reputation with a 4-star reputation, and they're also dominating the Basque Super League as well. They have won the first 5 Super League titles here, Real Sociedad, from 2023 to 2027. Also, the Super League has climbed 30 places to be the 45th biggest competition in Europe. If we look at the league table here as well, Real Sociedad did win the league title, but not by a massive distance, only by 9 points. And Athletic Bilbao, despite struggling, they did finish 4th in the league, still with 73 points and only 12 points off Real Sociedad. But it does seem to be a little bit of a crisis happening at Athletic Bilbao. Let's hope they can bounce back. Well, I did listen to some of your comments in my previous video that I need to show the second divisions more of my Super Leagues here. So here is the Basque First League. And in terms of winners of this competition so far, well, Leal won the first Basque First League. Then it was Baracaldo. Arenas Club Getsko have won 2 of the last 3 seasons here. And Sestao won it in 2026. Into the Basque Cup, and talking of Sestao, they only just recently got promoted to the Super League, but they have won the Basque Cup in 2027. So Sestao, are they the underdog story of the video? Very early days, but already have a Basque Cup to their name. Osasuna has also won their first competition in 2026. Alves won back-to-back Basque Cups in 24 and 25. And Real Sociedad won the first ever one in 2023. Into the Basque Super Cup, only 4 Basque Super Cups played so far. Real Sociedad have won 3 of them, and Alves won 1 in 2025 as well. So I think it's safe to say after 5 seasons, Real Sociedad are definitely on top. They have won the most trophies, and it seems like Alves are in 2nd place with their back-to-back Basque Cup wins. Well, 5 seasons played. It's not that surprising to see Real Sociedad win 5 in a row, to be honest, but it is very surprising to see Athletic Bilbao drop down from a 4-star rep-rated team to only a 3 stars, and also they're yet to win a competition. Can Athletic Bilbao bounce back after 10 seasons? Well, 10 seasons played now, and not much has changed in terms of the reputation. Real Sociedad are still on top with that 4-star continental rep rating, and the next best are still only 3 stars. The good news is, Athletic Bilbao climbed to be the 3rd biggest club in Basque Country again, which is a little bit of a climb over the last 5 seasons. Alves are officially the 2nd biggest though, Osasuna in 4th, and Eibar in 5th place, and also Pau FC in 6th place. So not much is changing in terms of the order of the teams here, but Real Sociedad are firmly the biggest club in the Basque Country still, and they've got Alves, Bilbao, Osasuna and Eibar closing them down. Well, there's only one team to talk about at the moment though in terms of the Basque Super League, and that is Real Sociedad. They have now won 10 Basque Super Leagues in a row to start the video here, so pure domination for Real Sociedad. I wasn't quite expecting this, to be honest. Obviously, it's not so surprising to see them do this because they are the joint biggest club in the Basque Country, at least 1st or 2nd, depending on your view, of course, but yeah, 10 in a row is a little bit surprising. The league has also climbed up to be the 22nd biggest league in Europe, so it's climbing very nicely in these early stages here. And if we look at the league table here, well, Athletic Bilbao, despite not winning the competition yet, or at least the Super League yet, they're still finishing in 4th place behind Alves and Osasuna. Eibar in 7th place this season is a bit of a shock. But also look at Real Union. Real Union in 5th place this season just gone to qualify for the Europa Conference League. Into the Basque First League, and Arenas Club Getxgo are still the most successful in this league. They've now won 3 First League titles in total, but Portugalite have won two of the last 4 Basque First League titles as well. Into the Basque Cup, and that has been dominated by Real Sociedad over the last 5 seasons. They have won 3 of the last 5 Real Sociedad in 2028, 2030 and 2032. But also Osasuna have won 2 of the last 5 in 2029 and 2031. And talking about Arenas Club Getxgo, they actually reached the final of the Basque Cup this season, losing to Real Sociedad 2-0. Into the Basque Super Cup, and another little bit of a shock here. Sociedad, who won the Basque Cup in 2027, they have won the Super Cup in 2028, so good for them. But Real Sociedad have now won 4 in a row from 2029 to 2032. Well, after 10 seasons, I think it's safe to say that Real Sociedad are dominating. They have won 21 trophies in the first 10 seasons, including all 10 Super League titles as well. Can any team stop them after 15 seasons? Well, 5 more seasons into the future, but the same old story here. Real Sociedad are still on top with that 4-star continental reputation, and the next best are still only 3 stars. Osasuna, Alves, and Athletic Bilbao and Eibar with a 3-star rep rating, and Pau FC with that 2.5-star rep rating. So not much has changed here. Sociedad are climbed to be a 2-star rep rating team now, though, just behind Pau FC. Can we see them crack the 2.5 stars? That would be nice. But Athletic Bilbao, they did decline down to a 3-star rep rated team in the first 5 seasons. Fortunately, they haven't continued their decline at the moment, but they also are not doing any sort of rise up. Of course, Bilbao have a little bit of a disadvantage here compared to the other teams, because they are the only team that have to sign Basque players, which we all know, which we should know anyway, those of us who play FootballManager. They can only sign Basque Country players, so they're definitely at a disadvantage here, and the other teams can sign any player they want, basically. Well, the Real Sociedad domination continues for now, because they've now made it 15 Super Leagues in a row. For those of you who watched my Catalonian Super League video recently, you would know that Barcelona and Espanyol both won 15 Super League titles in a row. Barcelona did something similar here at the start of the Catalonian Super League, although Espanyol did win the 2nd ever Super League title in that video. So it's not out of the question that someone can take over Real Sociedad in the video. Espanyol came extremely close to overturning Barcelona in the Catalonian Super League. So there's still hope for Athletic Bilbao, Eibar, Alves, or even Osasuna as well to do something in the video. But in these early stages here, Real Sociedad are just blowing everyone else away. 15 league titles in a row for them. Also, the league has climbed to be the 12th biggest league in Europe now, just outside the top 10. Can we see it crack the top 10 in the next 5 seasons? And if we look at the league table here, well, the top 5 biggest clubs are finishing in the top 5 almost every single season here. Athletic Bilbao only 5th place, but they're still finishing in the top 5. And then above them we've got Eibar, Alves and Osasuna, of course, Real Sociedad top. And also look at the league table here. Osasuna only 4 points behind Real Sociedad, so hopefully the time is coming very soon that someone will overturn them. Also, let's look at the past winners here. Let's look what team. Real Sociedad have won 15 in a row, but what team has finished runner-up on the most occasions? Well, Athletic Bilbao have only finished runner-up to Real Sociedad only 1 time, and that was in the 2029 season. Alves has finished runner-up 6 times, and Osasuna 8 times. So, Osasuna and Alves seem to be the team that are pushing Sociedad the most. Eibar are yet to finish even in the top 3, it seems. It's basically Real Sociedad, Alves and Osasuna almost every single season in the top 3. Real Sociedad first, and either Osasuna or Alves 2nd or 3rd place. So those are the 2 teams that are rivaling Sociedad at the moment, but Sociedad with 15 Super Leagues in a row. Well, if we look at the Basque First League here, it's now the 117th biggest league in Europe, so we're not expecting that to climb too much. The latest winners are Real Union. Bit surprised to see them be relegated, to be honest. They're one of the bigger teams of the video. They won it in 2037. Basque have won it 2 of the last 4 seasons, and also Portugalite made it, well, Portugalite are definitely a yo-yo club. Up, down, up, down, up, down, it seems for them. Well, Portugalite are the most time winners of the First League at the moment. They've won the First League 4 times, as you can see there. They've won it, relegated, won it, relegated, won it, relegated, won it. So, yeah, they do get promoted quite a lot. They do win the First League quite a lot, Portugalite, but they struggle to stay in the Super League. As you can see, the last season just gone. They almost finished as champions again, but just finished runner-up to Real Union. So, yeah, Portugalite, they're doing well getting promoted, not doing too well in surviving relegation. Basque and Arenas Club Getxgo are the 2nd most successful, by the way, both winning the First League 3 times apiece. Into the Basque Cup, and Osasuna won that back-to-back in 2033 and 2034. They actually made that 4 out of 6 seasons, Osasuna winning the Basque Cup. So they're doing very well in the Basque Cup, Osasuna. Alves won it in 2035. Eibar won it in 2036. Is that their first competition win, Eibar? I think it is. So Eibar joining the party here. And Real Sociedad won it in 2037. So of the top 5 clubs, the only team yet to win a competition is Athletic Bilbao. Well, into the Basque Super Cup, and it's a little bit of a Basque Super League theme here because Real Sociedad have won the last 5. They've actually won 9 Super Cups in a row, so no one can stop Real Sociedad in the Super League and the Super Cup, it seems, at the moment. Well, we all know that Real Sociedad have won the most trophies. That is a given at this stage. But in third place, we have Alves, who have won 4 trophies so far, 3 Basque Cups and 1 Basque Super Cup. In second place, we have Osasuna, who have won 5 trophies so far, all of them Basque Cups. They're yet to win the Super League or the Super Cup. But in first place, of course, we have Real Sociedad, who have won 32 trophies in the first 15 seasons here, including every single one of the Super League titles. Can either Osasuna or Alves stop Real Sociedad after 20 seasons? Well, 20 seasons played now, and something catastrophic has happened over the last 5 seasons because Athletic Bilbao have dropped down into the Basque First League, and they now only have a 2-star reputation. So, wow, it started off not too well for Athletic Bilbao. They dropped down to a 3-star reputation team very early on, but there was hope for them because they maintained that 3-star reputation for the next 10-15 seasons. But now the decline really has started, and I don't know how they're going to bounce back from this point because, as I said, they can only sign Basque players. And let's be honest, what Basque player is going to join Athletic Bilbao in the state they are in? Sad times for Athletic Bilbao. I was expecting them to rival Real Sociedad to be the biggest club in the Basque Country. Many people would say they are the biggest club in the Basque Country. So yeah, big surprise to see them drop down. But when you know the club policy is not as surprising as it seems. If Athletic Bilbao do get in this sort of situation in real life, where they got relegated from La Liga, let's say they got back-to-back relegations, can they ever truly recover from that with the policy they have? I guess we yet to find out, and hopefully we don't find out in real life because Athletic Bilbao are a great run team, and also I think they've maintained their position in La Liga league, for their entire history. So it's a bit of a sad thing to see them drop down out of the Basque Super League, but of course this is only the virtual universe. Real Sociedad are still on top with that 4-star reputation, and again the next best is only 3-star teams, but Osasuna, Alves and Eibar have maintained the reputation, whilst Athletic Bilbao have fallen down into the abyss as it stands. Still not over yet for them. There's still 30 seasons left to go, but it seems hard for Bilbao to bounce back from this point, to be honest. 2.5-star reputation teams. We've got 3 now in Real Union, Pau FC and Sestao, which is nice to see. Well, if we actually look at Athletic Bilbao's league finishes here, as you can see, they pretty much just maintained to be a 3rd, 4th place team for about 15 seasons. They're always finishing in 3rd or 4th place. A 2nd place finish there. A couple of 5th place finishes, but they're a solid top 5 team still at least, so there's definitely hope for them. But it all changed in 2038 when they finished bottom of the Basque Super League, and since then the decline has continued. They finished 2nd in their first season in the First League, then 3rd, then 4th, and in this season just gone they finished 3rd as well. So not doing too well, Athletic Bilbao. If you look at their team here as well, you can see that they've got plenty of players who have got above, not a youth player basically. So they are signing players. They've got a 27-year-old here, 31-year-old there, 31-year-old Frenchman, another 31-year-old Frenchman. We look at the under-19 squad as well. They've got plenty of players in here. As you can see, they've got a lot of Irish players. That is because, of course, they're based in Ireland. But they've got Spanish names, as you can see. And also, well, other nationalities are not Basque for this guy. So I don't know what's happened there, but surely that's a little bit of a glitch in the game, because of course they can only sign Basque players. But anyway, you get what I'm talking about. Athletic Bilbao still do have a team. They've still got professional players at their club. They just can't sign any better players than what they've got, and they're really struggling with their club policy. In terms of the Basque Super League though, no surprises, because Real Sociedad have made it 20 seasons in a row they've won the Basque Super League. Absolutely incredible from them. But of course also you've got to take into account their biggest rivals, their biggest threats have just completely fallen away. So Athletic Bilbao's decline of course helped Real Sociedad's rise as well in terms of just dominating the Basque Country. You look at here as well, the Super League First League playoff, Athletic Bilbao finished 2nd place, or 3rd place actually. They lost to Portugalete 1-0. That could be a chance for Bilbao to get back in the Super League and start climbing their reputation again, but they just can't seem to do it at the moment. If we look at the league table as well, still 5 teams qualifying for Europe every single season. And, apart from Athletic Bilbao falling out, not really too many surprises here. The top 4 are Sociedad, Osasuna, Alves and Eibar, and Real Union in 5th place. Into the Basque First League, and Portugalete continue their up and down situation. As you can see, in 2039 they won the league again to only get relegated to win it in 2041. But as you can see, they've obviously stayed in the Super League finally for Portugalete, and they stayed in there by beating Bilbao in the playoffs, so good for them. If we look at the league table as well, Bilbao miles away from the top place, C. Durango, 21 points off them, so it's not like they're really threatening to win the first league. But as I said, it's only 20 seasons played. There's still hope for Athletic Bilbao, although it does look very, very worrying indeed. Into the Basque Cup, and wow, another massive surprise in the Basque Cup, because Baracaldo won the Basque Cup in 2038. Nice to see that from them. They go along with Sestao to be a big surprise package in the Basque Cup. They won it in 2027, of course, but Baracaldo won it in 2038. Real Sociedad won it 2 more times in 39 and 41. Alves have won it in 2040, and Eibar have won their second in 2042. In the Basque Super Cup, and someone finally stopped Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad won another 4. I think that's made it 13 in a row for them, which is ridiculous in the Super Cup there. But Osasuna have finally stopped them to win it in 2042. And I think that's their first time Osasuna have won something that is not the Basque Cup, so good for them as well. Well, 20 seasons played now. Real Sociedad are clearly on top. 20 Super League titles, 1 in a row. But the battle for second place is heating up a little bit between Osasuna, Alves and Eibar. But of course, the biggest talking point is Athletic Bilbao are now only a 2-star reputation team, currently sitting in the Basque First League. Can Bilbao bounce back in the next 5 seasons? And can someone stop Sociedad's domination in the Basque Super League? Well, 25 seasons played now, and it's just not changing at the top of the Basque Country teams here, because Real Sociedad are still a 4-star continental reputation team, and no team has climbed above 3 stars since the first 5 seasons. So yeah, Real Sociedad just continue to dominate, it seems, but Alves, Osasuna and Eibar just behind, well, not just behind, but they've got the 3-star reputation teams in that little chasing pack there. Baracaldo doing very well, by the way, up to 2.5 stars, along with C. Durango as well. So these two coming out of nowhere to try and rival this chasing pack. Power FC still up there. Portugalete still in the Basque Super League as well. Athletic Bilbao still in the Basque First League, and also it's continued to worsen for them. They're now only a 1.5-star reputation team. So Athletic Bilbao, I'm unsure they can recover from this situation, to be honest with you. Also, Arenas Club Getsko are not doing that well in terms of reputation now either, to be honest. And also Sestao and Real Union have dropped down in the last 5 seasons. Into the Basque Super League, and Real Sociedad have made it 25 Super Leagues in a row. So that means that no team can win more Super League titles than Real Sociedad in the video now. Someone can match them, but for someone to match Sociedad, they have to win 25 Super League titles in a row as well. So I think it's safe to say that Real Sociedad should win the video from this point onwards. Crazy, crazy stuff from them. Even with Bilbao out the equation here, it's still ridiculous what they are doing in terms of the Basque Super League here. The Basque Super League has got up to the 12th biggest league in Europe as well, but it seems to have stagnated at this point. It's not declining, but it's also not rising up as well. Well, into the Basque First League, not only are Bilbao in this division, they're one of the worst teams in it. They finished 8th this season just gone with only 38 points, so terrible from Athletic Bilbao. Real Union dominated the season this season gone. They won it by 10 points, so they're back up to the Super League as well. And also, unfortunately, the second French team, Aveyron Bayonnais, is finishing bottom of the league with 23 points. And also, Amorebieta, a bit surprised by them. There was one of the bigger teams in the Basque Country. They are struggling as well, finishing below catastrophic team Athletic Bilbao. Into the Basque Cup, and the dominant force in the last 5 seasons of that has been Alves. Alves won it 3 out of 4 seasons in 43, 44 and 46. Osasuna won it in 2045, but Real Sociedad won their first Basque Cup in 6 seasons in 2047, beating the mighty Alves 1-1 and winning on penalties. Into the Basque Super Cup, and Sociedad won 3 more of those, and Alves has won 2 more in 2044 and 2047. Well, unfortunately, no team has won or even got to a final of the European competition yet, but there's still 25 seasons to go. And also, I wanted to look at the runners-up in terms of the Basque Super League. As you can see, there's a very familiar theme. It's either Alves or Osasuna. Since Athletic Bilbao finished runner-up in 2029, no other team apart from Alves and Osasuna has finished runner-up in the league. And in 24 of the 25 Super League titles, or 24 of the 25 Super League seasons, shall I say, Alves or Osasuna finished runner-up every single time, apart from that one season where Bilbao finished runner-up in 2029. So it's safe to say that Alves and Osasuna are the chasing pack in terms of Real Sociedad, but can one of them finally win a Super League title by the end of the video? Hopefully Real Sociedad don't win 50 Super Leagues out of 50, because that is just absolutely ridiculous. Well, after 25 seasons in third place, we have Osasuna, who have won 7 trophies so far. Alves are in second place now. They've won 10 trophies in total, but way out in first place are, of course, Sociedad, who have won 52 trophies in the first 25 seasons. Barring something absolutely ridiculous from either Osasuna or Alves, Real Sociedad will definitely win the most trophies of the video, but which team will finish as the second biggest club of the Basque Country? Will it be Alves or Osasuna? Before we go any further with this video though, guys, please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. It's very important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here and you want to see more videos like this, do hit that subscribe button as well. It would really help me out and much appreciated. And also, don't forget to leave your comment below what Super League I should do next. So, the great news is, after 30 seasons, we finally see some sort of change in terms of the reputation. Real Sociedad are still on top, of course, with that 4-star permanent reputation there. But Eibar, and now the second biggest club in the Basque Country, with a 3.5-star reputation. So I asked for Osasuna and Alves to catch up Sociedad, but it seems like Eibar have decided they want to be the second biggest club in the Basque Country, and they are now chasing down Real Sociedad. Osasuna and Alves, though, maintain their 3-star rep rating in 3rd and 4th place. But look at Baracaldo. Baracaldo have now also got a 3-star rep rating and are currently sitting in 5th place. So Baracaldo doing very, very well indeed. After that, we've got 4 teams with a 2.5-star rep rating. We've got Pau FC, C Durango, Real Union, and Portugalete. Athletic Bilbao, they're still got a 1.5-star reputation, still only regional. They did start off the video as a continental 4-star rep rated team. They're only now recognised regionally, so yeah, not doing very well, it seems, Athletic Bilbao. Well, into the Basque Super League, and Eibar have climbed the reputation over the last 5 seasons, but it hasn't stopped Real Sociedad. They have now won 30 Super League titles in a row. 30 in a row is absolutely ridiculous. Eibar in second place, though, with only 13 points behind Sociedad. As you can see as well, Eibar finishing in second place have qualified for the Champions League for the next season as well, to go along with Real Sociedad, so that's nice for them, I guess. After that, you've got Alves, Osasuna, and Real Union. And look at Sestao, oh my word. What a season from Sestao, not in a good sense. They finished bottom of the league with no wins, 5 draws, and 31 losses, with minus 89 goal difference and 5 points. That is absolutely disgraceful from Sestao there. 5 points in a league season. That could be a record. Well, it's definitely a record for this video. I don't even need to check that, but that could be a record for any league, couldn't it? 5 points. Absolutely abysmal from them. But anyway, the talking point is Real Sociedad have won 30 Super Leagues in a row. But as you can see, what I mentioned though last time, 24 out of 25 seasons, either Alves or Osasuna finished runner-up. That has definitely changed in the last 5 seasons, because Eibar has finished runner-up 4 out of the last 5 Super League seasons. Into the Basque First League, well, Athletic Bilbao are still nothing more than a mid-table team in the First League at best, with 38 points there. Guernica are the latest winners. They've actually finished an invincible season. Good for Guernica to get promoted to the Super League with an invincible season. 90 points as well. They've also won 2 of the last 3 First League titles as well, Guernica. Into the Basque Cup, and another little bit of a surprise here. Pau FC have won their first trophy. The first French team to win a trophy of the video. They won it in 2049. Osasuna have won 2 more in 2048 and 2052. And Real Sociedad won back-to-back Basque Cups in 50 and 51. Into the Basque Super Cup, and Real Sociedad have won 4 more Basque Super Cups, and Osasuna won it in 2051. Unfortunately, no team has still yet to reach a European final, but after 30 seasons, it's still all about Real Sociedad. 30 Super League titles in a row. Even without Athletic Bilbao, it's absolutely crazy from them. But Eibar now risen up to be the second biggest club in the Basque Country. Can Eibar stop Real Sociedad within the next 5 seasons? Well, 35 seasons played now, and it's finally starting to heat up at the top here in terms of the rep rating. Real Sociedad maintain their 4-star reputation, but only a national rated team now. As you can see, they dropped down to 3.5 stars, but they have risen back to be a 4-star reputation team, but no longer continental rated. And as you can see, just below them, we've got 3 3.5-star rated teams now in Eibar, Osasuna, and Alves. And below them, we've got Real Union with their 3-star rep rating. Then we've got Baracaldo and Pau FC with 2.5 stars. Athletic Bilbao still with that 1.5-star reputation, so the decline has stopped, but that's it for them. They're basically done in the video now, Bilbao, it seems like, barring some sort of miraculous turnaround. So, yeah, shame to see that from Bilbao, but unfortunately these things can happen, especially with their club policy, of course. It's finally happened. Finally, someone has stopped Real Sociedad in the Basque Super League, and that team is Eibar. Osasuna and Alves tried for many, many seasons to stop them. None of them could. Eibar was like, you know what, let me give it a go. They gave it a go, and they finally stopped the beast that is Real Sociedad. They won back-to-back Super Leagues as well in 2055 and 2056. Let's mention Real Sociedad though, because they won 32 Super Leagues in a row in total, and they are the latest winners of the competition as well. But Eibar, thankfully someone finally stopped them, and it was Eibar. Also, in terms of the Super League, it's climbed now to be the 11th biggest competition, in Europe, or 11th biggest league, Can it crack the top 10 in the last 15 seasons? It's definitely possible, but nice to see it climb to be 11th as well. But also, most importantly, it's nice to see someone different than Real Sociedad win the Super League, and that team is Eibar, who won it back-to-back in 2055 and 2056. Into the Basque First League, and it seems like Sestao, one of the new Portugal Elite, they seem to be the new yo-yo club here, because they keep winning the Basque First League. They've won it 4 times in the last 10 seasons, Sestao, so a little bit of a yo-yo club then. And if we look at the league table here, it just does not change for Athletic Bilbao, 6th this season with only 41 points, nowhere near close to getting promoted. And if we look at Bilbao here, look at the state of them. They got relegated in 2038. They haven't bounced back since then. They gave a little bit of a shot in the early days in the First League, tried to do some sort of revival, but since then they've been terrible. They finished 5th place on 2 occasions, but other than that, they're just near the bottom every single season. They haven't officially finished bottom of the league yet, but that's the only thing they haven't done in the video in terms of bad things for Athletic Bilbao. Let's actually see who's won the most Basque First League titles now after 35 seasons. Well, the team who have won the most Basque First League titles are Portugalite. They have won 8 in total, and the next best have only won 5. So Portugalite are the most successful team in the Basque First League, but I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because of course they want to get promoted to the Super League and remain there, but they have won the most First League titles in 8 after 35 seasons. Into the Basque Cup, and Real Sociedad won 3 of the last 5 Basque Cups in 53, 54 and 56, but Alves have won 2 of the last 3 in 2055 and 2057. Also, the Basque Cup is only the 52nd biggest cup in Europe, but hopefully we can see it crack the top 50. Into the Basque Super Cup, and Real Sociedad made it 4 Super Cups in a row from 52 to 55, but Eibar have won the last 2, winning it back-to-back in 56 and 57. Well, we've finally seen a team reach a European final, and that team is Real Sociedad. They reached the Europa Conference League final in 2057, where they lost to Borussia Dortmund, unfortunately, but of course, Real Sociedad finishing top of the league 32 seasons in a row. They played in the Champions League 32 seasons in a row. And of course, we know how difficult the Champions League is. So they never reached the Champions League final. But when they started doing poorly in the league, of course, it led to a European final, the Europa Conference League. Unfortunately, they lost that final though. But still 15 seasons to go. Still maybe a team can win a European competition. Well, in terms of the trophy race, we've got Eibar in 4th place now with 6 trophies. We then got Osasuna, who have got 10 trophies so far. Alves have 12, of course, running away with it is Real Sociedad. They got 72 trophies in the first 35 seasons, Real Sociedad. But finally, someone has stopped them in the Basque Super League, of course. They won 32 in a row, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. But Eibar brought that to an end when they won back-to-back Super League titles. Now it's down to Osasuna or Alves. Can one of those two win a Super League in the next 5 seasons? Well, 40 seasons played, and Real Sociedad is still the top team in the Basque Country, but their reputation has declined to be 3.5 stars. And as you can see, we've got 4 teams, all with the same reputation now. Sociedad, Eibar, Alves and Osasuna. It hasn't changed that much in terms of the bigger teams in the video, of course, apart from Bilbao, obviously. In 5th place, we have Real Union, who are a solid team these days, it seems, with a 3-star rep rating. And then below them, we've got Arenas Club Getsko and Baracaldo, both with 2.5-star reputation rating as well. Athletic Bilbao are now officially the 2nd smallest team of the Basque Country now, which is very surprising. But also, equally as surprising, is Amrabita are now the smallest team in the Basque Country. So these two teams have declined massively. Of course, Bilbao is more noticeable, but Amrabita are one of the 6th or 7th biggest club of the Basque Country. So yeah, doing very poorly, Amrabita as well. Well, Eibar did finally stop Real Sociedad in the Basque Super League, and another team has won the Super League now as well, because Osasuna have won it in 2059, so we have our third different winner now of the competition. Also, Eibar won it 2 more times, so they won 4 now in total. Eibar doing very well in 2058 and 2060. Real Sociedad now won back-to-back Super League titles again, though, in 61 and 62, but I think it's safe to say that it's not all about Sociedad these days, because Eibar are definitely chipping in. They won 4 out of 6 Super League titles in this period here. And also Osasuna have won their maiden title in 2059. Also, the Super League did finally crack the top 10, which is very nice. It was 10th biggest competition in Europe in 2060 and 2061. It's now back down to be the 11th biggest, but it did officially crack the top 10, which is very nice indeed. Well, in the Basque First League, I think it's safe to say that Athletic Bilbao are completely gone. They finished bottom of the league this season with just 13 points, 2 wins, and a minus 57 goal difference. So, yeah, very sad what's happened to Bilbao. But as I said, with their club policy, if they do start a rapid decline, these sort of things can happen to them, unfortunately. Portugalete are back to winning ways in the Basque First League. They now won 10 First League titles in total after winning it in 2059 and in 2062 as well. Wow, in the Basque Cup, and Eibar definitely trying to finish up as second biggest club in the Basque Country here. They've won 3 of the last 4 Basque Cups in 2059, 61 and 62. Real Sociedad have won 2 more in 58 and 60 as well. And also the Basque Cup has cracked the top 50, which is nice to see. Now the 47th biggest cup in Europe. Wow, look at this. Look at Eibar. In the Basque Super Cup, they've won 3 of the last 4 Basque Super Cups as well. Sociedad won it in 2058 and Osasuna won it in 2060. I don't think Alves has won a trophy in the last 5 seasons, so Alves slipping off a little bit, but Eibar starting to rise and starting to rise rapidly. Well, it's definitely heating up in terms of the trophy race for second place. In joint third place, we have both Alves and Osasuna with 12 trophies, but of course, Osasuna have now won the Basque Super League. Hopefully, we can see Alves win it in the next 10 seasons. In second place, we now have Eibar, who have won 14 trophies in total. They have really climbed rapidly in the last 10 seasons. But of course, in first place, we have Real Sociedad. I did just count their trophy haul, but I completely forgot already. Sociedad have won 77 trophies now in the first 40 seasons. But it's the first time they've dipped below an average of two trophies a season. That is all credit to Eibar. They're the team who are stopping them at the moment. Of course, Osasuna deserve a mention as well, winning their first Super League in 2059. Can Alves win a Super League title, though, in the next 5 seasons? Well, 45 seasons played now, and it still hasn't changed in terms of the biggest club in the Basque Country. Throughout the entirety of the video, Real Sociedad have been on top. Now they only have 3.5-star reputation, though, closely followed by Eibar and Alves. Osasuna have declined over the last 5 seasons, unfortunately. Now only a 3-star reputation team, along with Real Union as well. Power FC have a 2.5-star reputation again. And Lagoon Onak, the first time we've seen anything from them, they're up to a 2.5-star reputation as well. Nice to see that from them. Athletic Bilbao are still not officially the smallest club in the Basque Country, but they are still the 2nd smallest club. This time it goes to Leal, who are the smallest club in the Basque Country. Wow, and in terms of the Basque Super League, I asked, can Alves win a Super League in the next 5 seasons? Well, they've done that, and they've won 2. They've won back-to-back Super League titles in 2066 and 2067. Also, Eibar won it again in 2065. Real Sociedad won it 4 seasons in a row at that point, by the way. But finally, someone stopped them again, and that was Eibar again, of course. But yeah, nice to see the fact that we've got 4 different winners now of the Super League, and it is the 4 biggest clubs. Of course, we're not including the Athletic Bilbao in this conversation anymore, of course. So, to see these 4 teams all win the Super League at least one time is very nice indeed. And Alves and the team on top now. Back-to-back Super League title wins for them in 2066 and 2067. Well, in terms of the Basque First League, well, Portugalete have won their 11th Basque First League title. I'm pretty sure they can't be beaten now at this point, to be honest. It's virtually impossible now. The latest winners are Arenas Club Getsko, who won it in the season just gone, and the Athletic Bilbao finished bottom of the league again, this time though with 27 points. Well, in the Basque Cup, we've got 4 different winners, of the last 5 seasons. Osasuna won it in 2063, Alves won it in 2064, Sociedad won it twice in 65 and 67, and Eibar won it in 2066. And into the Basque Super Cup, well, Real Sociedad have won 3 more of those. Alves won it in 2065 and Eibar in 2067. Well, with 5 seasons to go, the race is still very, very tight in terms of the 2nd biggest club in the Basque Country. Osasuna in 4th place with 13 trophies. Then we have Alves in 3rd place with 16. Eibar in 2nd place with just 17. And of course, Real Sociedad in 1st place with 84 trophies in 45 seasons. But Who will be the second biggest club of the video? Will it be either Eibar, Osasuna, or Alves? Well, here we are at the end of the video, 50 seasons played, and unfortunately no team could ever overthrow Real Sociedad in terms of the biggest club in the Basque Country. They remain top of the reputation the entirety of the video. Only a 3.5 star these days, but they're still top. Alves, though, are joint with them with 3.5 stars as well. And look at this. Real Union have cracked the top 4 in the last 5 seasons. They are now a 3-star reputation team to go along with Eibar and Osasuna. And also Arenas Club Getsko and Lagunanak end off the video with 2.5 star reputation as well for them too, which is nice to see. Athletic Bilbao officially end off the video as the second worst team of the Basque Country, but at least they're not bottom. That goes to Leal, unfortunately. Well, unfortunately, the Basque Super League, it ended with a little bit of a Real Sociedad domination. They won 5 Super Leagues in a row to end off the video. Just wanted to cement their place as the greatest club in the Basque Country and really rub their fierce rivals Athletic Bilbao's nose in it. Alves, though, stopped them, of course, winning back-to-back league titles. And, of course, Eibar chipped in with 5 Super League titles. Osasuna won 1 as well. So finally we saw someone stop Sociedad, but they ended the video with 5 Super Leagues in a row. Oh my word, if we actually look at the final league table as well, look at the state of this. What on earth happened here? Real Sociedad and Alves both played 36 games, of course. Both won 24. Both drew 8. Both lost 4 games. Both had a goal difference of plus 41. And both had 80 points as well. So absolutely disgusting to see Real Sociedad win the league title in such a tight league. How did they win the league then? Oh, it's disgusting. Well, Sociedad actually won the final league title because they scored 1 more goal than Alves in the league season. So absolutely gutting for Alves that. At least they won 2 Super Leagues, of course, back-to-back as well. But what a disgusting finish to a league season that is. I don't think you can get any tighter than that, to be honest. 1 goal between Sociedad and Alves to lift the final ever Super League title here. Well, into the Basque First League. Well, you know what I'm going to say. Portugalite have won their 12th first... Is it 12th? I'm pretty sure it's 12th. Yeah, 12th Basque First League for Portugalite. So they are the most successful in the Basque First League. They won the most titles, of course. Cidarango won the last ever one, though, in 2072. And Athletic Bilbao ended off finishing 9th place in the Basque First League. And despite getting relegated to the Basque First League, they never got promoted back to the Basque Super League. As you can see, they've been in the Basque First League forever now, basically. And they never finished in the top half of the division as well. They are firmly a very poor Basque First League team, Athletic Bilbao, which is crazy to say, but we have seen what's happened to them over the last 35 seasons or so. As you can see, the media prediction is 4th, though, so they've definitely still got a little bit of hope left in them, but it doesn't seem to be anything happening there, to be honest. They are just completely deleted, unfortunately. Very sad to see, because they're a very historic club, but their club policy has come back to bite them in their very own Basque League here. Well, would you look at that? In the Basque Cup, a lovely way to end things off. Real Union winning their first competition in the final ever season, beating Real Sociedad in the final 2-1 to lift the Basque Cup. So lovely to see that from Real Union. Eibar won it back-to-back before them, though, in 70 and 71. Sociedad won it 1 more time in 69, and Alves won it again in 2068. Well, let's actually look at the Basque Cup here. Of course, Real Union won it the last ever time in 2072. Of course, also had some surprises. Pau FC won it in 2049, and also Baracaldo won it 1 time, and Sestao won it early on as well. But what big team, or what small team, should I say, reached the final? Well, Arenas Club Getsko reached the final in 2069. Portugalite reached the final as well. Cidarango, Sestao again. Portugalite reached the final 2 times, actually. Real Union finished runner-up in 2053 to Real Sociedad, so a bit of revenge for them, which is nice to see. Well, unfortunately, we saw Arenas Club Getsko and Portugalite both reach the final of the Basque Cup twice, but not win the competition. But of course, we had some nice surprises. Real Union winning it is a nice surprise. Pau FC as well. But also, of course, Baracaldo and Sestao winning the competition is very nice. Athletic Bilbao, by the way, did finish runner-up in the Basque Cup 4 times, but they lost every single time. Twice to Sociedad, once to Osasuna, and once to Alves as well. In 2040, were their last time in the Basque Cup final. Since then, nothing has been good for Athletic Bilbao, basically. So Athletic Bilbao actually end the video without winning a single Basque competition. Let's be honest, who would have predicted that at the start of the video here? Of course, with their club policy, this can happen, as I said, but in the first 5 seasons, they still should have had some sort of team put together to try and win a competition. Unfortunately, they couldn't do it. Real Sociedad blew them away, and the rest is history, basically. They just just fell off a cliff and were deleted from the video, basically. In terms of the Basque Super Cup, Alves won it 3 times in a row, from 68 to 2070. Real Sociedad won it in 2071, and Eibar in 2072. Well, unfortunately, no team could win a European competition in the video. Only one finalist as well. That was Real Sociedad in the Europa Conference League, which they lost, unfortunately. So, no European success to talk of. Of course, we know Real Sociedad have won the video, won the most trophies. We've known that for a long time now. But let me count up the trophies now. Let's see who finished in second place. Was it Alves? Was it Eibar? Or was it Osasuna? Well, it was extremely tight towards the end. Osasuna unfortunately fell off in the last 10 seasons or so. They won 13 trophies in total. But they did win 1 Basque Super League title, so that is nice for them, of course. They're not officially a Basque Country club, not from my research anyway, but they're close enough, very close indeed. So they're in 4th place with 13 trophies. In joint 2nd place, we have Alves and Eibar, who both won 20 competitions in total. If we're being picky here, we'll give 2nd place to Eibar, seeing as they won more Super League titles. But both Alves and Eibar both won 20 trophies in total. And of course, in 1st place, we have Real Sociedad. Again, I forgot how many trophies they've won because they've won so many. They won 42 Super Leagues out of 50. They won 18 Basque Cups out of 50, so that's 60. And they won 31 Basque Super Cups. So they won 91 trophies in 50 seasons, Real Sociedad, which is quite crazy. The only reason they didn't win the average of 2 every single season at the end was because of Eibar, Alves and Osasuna. So hats off to them. But Real Sociedad, by far the strongest team of the video, which is quite surprising. But we all saw what happened to Athletic Bilbao. Not a single competition won for them. Let's be honest, if I repeated this another 50 seasons, if Bilbao started off like Sociedad did, won the first 5 Super League titles, then this story could be a whole completely different in total. But Bilbao struggled in the early stages, didn't live to competition. Their big stars left the club, and with their club policy, they never recovered. So sad to see that from Bilbao, but great story from Alves and Eibar, winning 20 trophies in total. Also Osasuna with 13, but Real Sociedad, by far the biggest club of the Basque Country, 91 trophies in total. So that is the end of this video, guys. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, let me know which Super League I should be doing next. Of course, the biggest story has to be Bilbao and their rapid decline in the video. But Real Sociedad with 91 trophies won in 50 seasons. They are crowned the biggest club from the Basque Country in this virtual universe, at least. So that's the end of this video, guys. Please remember to hit that like button if you like the video. And also hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.